Quasar. Hello, sweet friends, and welcome back to the channel where the toys start in the pack. And today it's the Walgreens exclusive Marvel Legends series Marvel Quasar from Hasbro. Easiest Walgreens exclusive I ever received. Went up on the website, I pre-ordered the sucker, and it showed up like 2 weeks later, right at my doorstep. Why can't they all be that easy? Anyway, what would the fun of that be? You know what I'm saying? So you see him all nicely displayed inside here on this sinewy old body. Nice and clean, killer promotional artwork on the sides and back. All this jazz on the bottom. Hope you can read upside down. If not, I don't care. We're going to tear into this guy. Right out of the package, it's Flash Gordon with a cape on. He comes with a couple of power effects and a couple of alternate hands. Just really clean and colorful. Let's take a closer look. Wendell Vaughn is the cosmic warrior known as Quasar. Empowered by the ancient alien artifacts known as the quantum bands that he wears around his wrists, they allow him to tap into a field called the quantum zone, and he can do, well, pretty much anything the plot needs him to do. He is just like improbably powerful. And so is his physique. Let's get a little closer. Look at this fantastic haircut. There's actually a darker wash in the hair. Really makes that stand out. If this is the foremost new piece, is this head sculpt. I mean, it is great. This chiseled, this old lantern jaw here and these nicely painted eyes. They look spot on. They're not overly messy, muddy, or plain dots. You know what I'm saying? The other new piece, I suppose, would be this cape with this, halfway decent sort of cosmic tapestry here. It's supposed to be a bunch of stars. I think it should be painted black in here. Instead, they just left it the plastic of the cape. But it's really not too bad. It could have been stronger, especially for an exclusive release like this. But it does look great. This logo on here is nice and clean, metallic paint. I've got one little spot, a little scratch there or some such. Not the end of the world by any means. He is on the, again, 10-year-old Bucky Cap body. So it's a little crusty there. But look at these hot pinless arms, which if there was a place for him, it would be on the flesh tone. And that looks great. And here are the quantum bands. Again, these are new. They are sculpted. They are painted. Just a little slop here and there because they don't care that much. You know what I'm saying? God, it looks like somehow if like Luke Skywalker and John Cena had a baby. Maybe Arnold Schwarzenegger gave birth to it. Doesn't he do that? Anyway, let's pull this off and get a proper look at the rest of the... yes, it does. That comes right off of there. And what does it stand? Does it stand? It does stand. That is a nice cape. It's a fine unit there. And yeah, full-blown Flash Gordon right here. As old as this body is, I mean, it does look nice. From the heavily striated pecs to these powerful washboard abs to these freakishly toned quads, man. He is looking great. And they slipped in some modern niceties. Like I said, the pinless arms here, and he's got these sort of big paddle feet from where did they first start using those? Was that the Sunfire body? And maybe that's the calves that he has. I like when they can utilize that as at the calf cut there, as in just tear that off and put like the appropriate piece on there. Pins down here on the legs. It hurts right there because that's in the red and it's a blue pin through and through. But otherwise, not a lot here that you haven't seen before. Exclusive figure. He does feature brand new bands, cape, and head. And keeping it full, Gordon, for the articulation. Y'all know what it be. And that is pretty basic for a Marvel Legend. He's got a head on a hinge here. This nice hair that comes down the back a little. It is a pretty soft piece, so you will get a good amount. It was built to be able to look back, so it actually does a really fair job of that. More than fair job. That's great. That is great. You can look down this far. A little bit of tilt. And the shoulders, ball jointed. They will come all the way up this far. Rotate all the way around. Bicep cut. And double jointed elbow. Looking real clean. Comes up this far. Wrists are on a hinge. They will hinge in and back Ab crunch brings him down this far and back this far. He has a waist cut that will swivel all the way around. Down here at the thighs, standard ball joint. Comes out to the side this far, forward this far, and back restricted a little. If you come off to the side, you can get some more range out of that. Upper thigh cut, of course, and double jointed knees that are going to come back this far. And no father. Calf cut, fantastic. And these classic ankles coming back this far, forward this far, and rocking all out of control. So no surprises with the articulation, but no slouch either. For accessories, he comes with the extra set of flat palmed hands to simulate some flying. You could also use fists for that, however you're feeling that week. And these power effects that are very nice. We have seen these before. They came with, say, pyro, where they weren't very fitting, but here in this case, these work out great. Technically, the bands, I suppose, would be the chief accessory. They will come off, but I don't think that's accurate. They're sort of fused to the wearer, you know what I mean? He doesn't come with a lot, but he comes with enough. A couple of power effects. Those go a long way in my book. The Marvel Legends Bucky Cap Quasar stands about 6.5 inches tall. And for comparison, here he is next to the last Walgreens exclusive, the man called Nova, as well as the deluxe Thanos. Alright, here he is next to the only other Annihilator I have open, Gladiator. And a classic Captain America, where he made his first appearance as Quasar. Here he is next to some live action stuff. From the Disney Plus show, it is Full Cream Vision and the Scarlet Witch. Some of y'all might be getting hands on those retro-carded comic figures, Hum, hum, hum. And from the same company, and in the same scale, we have the Hasbro Power Rangers Lightning Collection Yellow and Green Rangers. For a 7-inch scale comparison, here he is next to the Jazzwares Halo Spartan Collection June, and the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Superman. Alright, for a standard 6-inch size comparison, here he is next to the Fantastic Spider-Man and the Marvel Legends Morning Coffee Mostly Bucky Cap Deadpool. So when it's all said and done, I'm frankly surprised by how much I do like this figure. Walgreens exclusives, they are sometimes hard to pin down. You might see 20 of them, you might never see one ever. A lot of reuse here, and I don't think it's one of those cases where it's, say, creative reuse, but it's completely fitting. I'm not mad to see these same parts here at all. I think they work for this character very well, and you know what? I am super thrilled to see them use the pinless arms. It would have been nice if they threw a couple more pennies at the cape here, as in making that background black, and you know what? I'm fairly happy with the detailing. You get a good hair wash, a nice clean logo, but the details on the quantum bands are really rough all around. But the lines that make up the costume and the boots, the separations there are really clean. The flesh tone looks good and the hair wash is fantastic. Nothing wrong with the articulation. It isn't anything like new or hot, except for the pinless arms. But it works great. He can do everything you'd want him to do. The accessory set is perfectly serviceable. I would love like an extra head, maybe with like glowing eyes or an open mouth or something. But all around, I'm all excited for this, dude. Getting a little tingly in me naughty bits. 4 out of 5. I hate this rating system. I am really happy with this thing overall. A lot of reuse, but you would never look at him on the shelf and be like, oh, that's just like that other dude. He looks great, completely unique, and a completely unique character. One we haven't seen in ages, or maybe ever. There was a 3 3/4 one, but... Anyway, guys, before I get too far out there, thank you all for stopping by and checking me out. Leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.